Hello, Gemini Risings. I don't know why. Hold on. I'm trying to do captions here. There we go. Closed captioning is on. Um, so we are going to go through February's ingresses or changing of the planets in different signs for all of you. And there aren't too many. And then we're also going to do the new moon and the full moon. First of all, thank you all for being here, especially if you came from Patreon. I know that parting with money is difficult at this point in time. Um, if you didn't come from Patreon and you're watching this on YouTube, also thank you for being here. If you would like to shoot me a little tip over at Venmo or at Ko-fi Coffee, I would appreciate that. All of the funds are either going to be going towards me being able to do readings for people for free who can't afford it and would like to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Or it's going to my nonprofit organization called FAPEN, FAPEN. And that is the free and appropriate public education network in which I am trying to get special education advocacy for free for families who need it. Because sometimes public schools are public schools, if that makes sense. All right. So let's hop into it. The first thing that we are going to be looking at happens on Monday, February 5th, and that is Mercury going into Aquarius. It is zooming and passing through Aquarius very fast. It's only there for 2.5 weeks because on February 23rd, it heads into Pisces, and then on March 9th, it heads into Aries. So right now, what this means for you, Gemini risings, are you sending your written work out into the world? The things you started when Mercury was in Leo, maybe. Sometimes parting with creative work is hard. Let it go without worrying about how others will receive it so you can focus on the new project that's been on the back burner or like in the back of your mind. Um, Anytime we release things into the wild, there's going to be criticism. Like there's going to be criticism. Sometimes it's constructive criticism, sometimes it's people who love it, and sometimes it's people who dislike it very, very much. Um, and the people who dislike it very, very much are the people who, not the people who are that's the criticism that like can stop you from moving forward. So I understand that. I can appreciate that. I'm saying release it into the wild anyway. Okay. On Friday, February 9th, we have the Aquarius new moon. It's at 20 degrees of Aquarius. And the new spirituality process might be at odds with your mental health. Or do you really want to pursue that legal case? Think hard about it before you go ahead with it. Okay. On Tuesday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, Mars enters Aquarius until March 22nd. Um, this is look at things from every angle while you're considering going after that spiritual slash publishing or legal thing. The emotions of your fan base will be strong. Don't let them convince you to do something that you'll regret. Sometimes a fan base is wonderful. Sometimes our friends and coworkers are great, but sometimes when you're already feeling some type of way, they can kind of make you feel that type of way even more. And then you end up getting yourself into trouble. So I would just look through those emotions and feel what you're gonna feel, but like maybe sort them out first before you do a deep dive into anything new. On Valentine's Day, just be aware that Mars and Pluto have an exact meeting up. Um, I don't really deal with the outer planets too much. I'm just giving you the warning that it is happening, so don't be surprised if things get unearthed. On Friday, the 16th, Venus is moving into Aquarius, and this is happening on Venus's day. Okay, so she's got a little extra oomph. Um, and she's going to be in Aquarius until March 11th. And so for you, Gemini's rising, those legal or publishing things are so stuck. It's not even funny. I'm laughing, but I shouldn't. Um, don't be surprised if tech overheats or conversations are heated. Or if your legal paperwork just isn't found. Like you sent the email, but they say that it's not there, and then you get mad because it's not there. Like, don't be surprised. Um, it's yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the tush, especially once Mercury enters Pisces. Um, on the 18th, which is a Sunday, it is Pisces season, and the sun will be in Pisces until the spring equinox on March 19th. Um, Is there a stricter boss in the picture? It's okay. The regular routines they're enforcing might actually help your mental health and your pockets grow. Um, if you are like me, and you've got like ADHD or any other diagnosis that makes you neurospicy, sometimes it's very difficult to stay within routines because our brains don't particularly like it. Sometimes with the ADHD, there is something that's called PDA, and that is a demand avoidance, a pathological demand avoidance, which means even if you wanted to do the thing, the moment someone tells you to do the thing, you go, no, I'm definitely not doing that thing. So just be mindful that this is a possibility of what's going on. I'm not saying that all of you are neurospicy. I'm just saying it's a possibility because neurospicy people find each other and cling. And so, since I am, some of you might be just because that's what we do. Okay. Um, on February 23rd, that's when we have, and that's a Friday, is when we have Mercury entering into Pisces, and he's there until March 9th. Mercury in Pisces is a hot mess, for multiple reasons. One is that that's where where Mercury is in fall. So he's got less strength than normal. Also, he's considered combust right now because he's so close to the sun. He's kind of like, what's that mythological creature that like got his wings burned because he got too close to the sun? I don't remember. It's a Greek god or demigod. But yeah, it's kind of like that. Um, you or a boss might be a little too close to an issue to see the resolution that will work best. No one is really mad about it. At least there's still excessive optimism about the problem. Just maybe plan for the worst case scenario. Okay. On Saturday, the 24th, so the next day, that is when we have the last big thing that is happening in February, and that is the Virgo full moon. Okay. Um, Now this is going to be a culmination or a ending of sorts of whatever you started at the Virgo new moon 6 months ago. Um, and so for you, Gemini, it feels good to be home. Were you at the office a lot the last 6 months and now you are able to be remote? And if you are, then I suggest that you fully enjoy it. And that brings us to the end of February. Just giving you a heads up, this is a leap year, so there is an additional day to February. The 29th is on a Thursday. Um, Thank you for joining me. I hope this information is helpful to you. Once again, I'm asking if you like my work, you can leave a little tip over at Venmo, Ko-fi, or you can sign up for my Patreon and get this information early. If you're already at Patreon, thank you so much. Um, and that's pretty much it. March is stuff is going to be up on February 13th because my kids have off on the 12th. And so that means chaos in my house. Enjoy the month of February. I hope it's kind to you and know that you are worthy of all of the good things that are headed your way. Bye.